First and foremost, I would like to begin this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachak Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. These blessings and salutation goes to the elect Akiam across the four corners of the globe. Alright, pushing this word out in sincerity and in truth. Alright, and this year is Amawan from the Great Millstone Camp in Trinidad, coming back to do another quick lesson. Well, not very quick, but a lesson. Alright, however long it go, the Holy Spirit will lead. Alright, yeah, so basically on your screen here is as of 4 hours ago. Alright, from Sky News, Ukraine banks have been hit by cyber attacks according to the country's Minister of Digital Transformation. Hey, funny enough, we have a minister of digital transformation down here. That new sector of the parliament to open. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll look at it. Alright? Because that is a new thing to open up just recently there. Alright? Just recently. Appointment of Minister of Digital Transformation. Appointment of Minister of Digital Transformation. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has today, Monday the 12th of July 2021, advertised the Parliament. Her Excellency Paula May Weeks, with immediate effect in accordance with the Provisions Act. Look at right here. Yep. Hassel, as of last year, Hassel Bacchus assigned Minister of Digital Transformation. So, Ukraine and all are the same thing. Wow. That's serious. Ukraine have a Minister of Digital Transformation. Trinidad and Tobago, which is way smaller than Ukraine, has the same minister to transform to digital. It spells Rothschild all over it. Anyways, alright, you're seeing what's going on here. Ukraine's banks hit by cyber attacks. So you're seeing every day now is a listen, what? Let me hear what Eustace Mullins say about war. Alright? Let me hear what Eustace Mullins say about war. I don't know why I didn't show him. Shit. I type of Eustace Mullins. Right, look at me.
Great massacre of the Russian peasants in the early 1930s was deliberately suppressed by Walter Duranty.
Right, so this is world renowned, but he was I believe, I read the book, couple of books. I ain't reading it. I believe the man was a true historian to give you the accurate history, alright, on how things really set up. I could, by reading he worked, I really worked. So, but let me see. let's not pause this. Right, so I got the video of Mr. Eustace Mullins saying what wars are. So let me play this.
We had South Korean War, and then we had Vietnam. Should we have
freedom of speech? And of course, there is no freedom of speech on the phony broadcasting system because it's totally left-wing.
No, we have a number of people, different types of people, different nationalities in this world. We had World War I, we had World War II, we had South Korean War, and then we had Vietnam. Should we have fought any of those wars, Eustace Mullins? Was there a real reason? And what was the end result of us being involved in, say, World War I and World War II?
Well, John, you have to understand what wars are. Wars are carefully staged productions. Now, these are all carefully staged, and they did what they were supposed to do, and they had a good audience, and so I think they were successful. But to say that these wars were about anything, that they had some particular philosophy of government opposing another philosophy of government, is total nonsense. These were world order productions, and as I say, they were carefully staged. Both sides were set up to perform in a certain manner, and the outcome was always predetermined. In other words, you were looking at a staged production which you had already seen many times, a sort of a soap opera, and you knew how it was going to come out before it even started.
Now, Eustace...
Straight up. And I could not say it any better myself. No. That being said, alright? That being said by Mr. Eustace Mullins. We was now there. Alright. Ukraine banks have been hit by cyber attacks according to the country's Minister of Digital Transformation. Now, what we're seeing within the past couple of days is a pulling back of the whole Crown Vic Royal and the by countries. Alright, we're seeing them pulling back on it. We're seeing them saying, you know, we backed it. Some countries actually looking to go back to normal as being how they knew normal before, no mask. Alright, some say no, none of the no jobs, you know. Some not saying that, some saying that they don't need it anymore and whatnot, right? And whilst we see that pulling back, we see an increase in the tensions between Ukraine and Russia and the United States, which wants Ukraine to join NATO. The United States controls NATO, which the United States and NATO are mentioned in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter, and I will get that. Alright, I will get that because but as Eustace Mullins now said, every side was predetermined in the war, and that is exactly correct. That is so spot on and true. You can't make it up. All right, this is Revelation 17 and verse 1. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. That whore is speaking about the United States of America, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away into the spirit, and carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Alright, and them 7 heads and 10 horns would go into the NATO nations and the European Union nations. Alright, so the woman represents America. So America really controls NATO. They put the the majority amount of money into that league, into that organization. All right, so them is like the head, and they want Ukraine on their side, and Russia not for that. Russia still sees Ukraine as part of Russia. No, all of this, as Eustace Mullins just said, are carefully constructed wars, basically. Carefully constructed plays from a movie, because they are being funded, and you have a movie taking place, but in a real life. Alright, this is the power of the wicked, because they are perpetual bloodshedders, they are perpetual war mongers. Alright, the book of Job, the 9th chapter and the 24th verse, right, which is the classic. Job chapter 9 and verse 24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Now, we now read that Ukraine's Minister of Digital Transformation, which I showed also, that Trinidad and Tobago, as of July the 12th, which was like about 7 months ago, last year, they gave a minister that same post, the Minister of Digital Transformation. So if these two countries have it, and they are very distinct in culture, very different in culture. Trinidad and Tobago, their culture is different from Ukraine's culture, but in their parliament is the same. This new bracket of seat, this new minister position, which is the Minister of Digital Transformation. But who dictated that for the both of them to have the same, right? Which is who? That is Esau, that is the elites. And it's them same elites who perpetuates war on the earth. Which is what we see in here with this whole Ukraine-Russia situation. They want that. Alright, but that cannot happen before World War III happens. No, sorry, before the MOTB happens, World War III cannot happen before that, because that is not what the prophecy states. Prophecy states the MOTB has to be in place, and then you would have the World War III with Yahweh Shai, our Lord, destroying the armies of the wicked and coming to deliver his saints when Babylon the Great is about to be totally destroyed. Alright, the scriptures say that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. But that being said, alright, if a war is to break out between the Ukraine and Russia, the heads of these two countries are controlled by the Rothschild. Alright, and they try to downplay the Rothschild money, how much money that they have. They try to downplay that in these modern times. But that cannot be downplayed. Alright? And you know why that cannot be downplayed? On the Balfour Declaration, it was dedicated to Sir Baron Rothschild, if I'm mistaken. And then it say, dear Rothschild, alright, Red Shield, and it addressed him by name. Why would the Balfour Declaration address him by name? given he and the people the whole land of Israel. There is many so-called Jews, small hats, many of them. But why not address them? Because they are the ones to rule the earth in the last days. Alright? The Edomites, and the Rothschilds are Edomites. Okay? They are Edomites. Now, let's know. Now these Edomites, alright? These Edomites, which are known as the Rothschild, they perpetuate wars on the land. Because one of them said, by when blood in streets, right? And that blood in the streets does just mean war with niggas killing each other. That don't just mean war with niggas killing each other. That mean once bloodshed by when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own. Even if it's your own blood running by. Baron Rothschild, a British banker and politician from the wealthy international Rothschild family, once said, the best time to buy is when there is blood in the streets. In simple words, when everyone is selling, it's a great time to purchase. Right, because of blood in the streets. Like what I did with Napoleon. Alright? Napoleon, I believe, they lost the war, but they come and they say he won the war. I believe that was in the 17 or early 1800s or 1700s. They said he won the war. He actually lost the war. And those who were betting on fucking England to win, all those who were betting on England to win the war and thinking England lost, because I believe they come and they say Napoleon won the war, but he actually lost the war. But the Rothschilds and them brought forth the message before anybody else and them could have get it. And all those who were banking on England to win the war, alright, and all those who were planning on England to win the war started to sell off all their stocks, right? Because fuck, England lost. Fuck, this ain't going to do nothing for me, right? But the Rothschild spread that rumor. So when they spread that rumor, what they did, when everybody sell all the stocks, they buy it for next to nothing. Then when the actual news broke out that England actually won the war and Napoleon lost, fuck, he just become a trillionaire. right. And that's what it does do. When everyone else is selling, it's a great time to purchase, you see? So what if you perpetuate people to sell? Because I have the power to do that. You always have time to purchase in the stocks. And that is how they function. But the point is, you always want to buy when there's blood in the streets. When there's blood in the streets, you buy. Alright? When there's blood in the streets, you buy it. And say, even if the blood is your own too. And that's how they think. They think in that kind of level. Dirtiness, a dirty mind they have. Alright, that are 31. And these is the men who control governments, and they tell this government to do this at this particular time, and that government to do that at that particular time. So don't watch the Ukraine and the Russians think they angry. Alright? The population just be angry with each other. But the higher ups, they work for somebody. Alright? They work for the boss. Okay? So the Edomites, alright, the Rothschilds, they've been fully exposed in these last days. Fully exposed. Now we know exactly what they are about. Alright? The point of the matter is these people, the Rothschilds, they want a war. But the MOTB has to come before. So if they fight, they fight. But the thing will be World War III until the mark of the beast is made mandatory. And that is fact. Alright? So I feel that is about today. You know, the elites of this world, the Rothschilds, they control both sides. So that Ukraine-Russia thing is just entertainment. Alright? It might escalate, who knows? But we know World War III cannot happen unless the MOTB happens. So Shalom, Makiam, and stay strong. We're almost out of this bitch. Shalom.